Hello, everyone. I'm Ashley, your host of Life After an Ego Death, and today's guest speaker is Jessica Jackson. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here.
I'm so excited. When we were booking our session, your username is the Queen of Swords, and I am also the Queen of Swords when I pull tarot. So today, our episode is going to be truth. We are aligned with truth. So I'm really excited to hear your story.
To hear my truth?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was cool because I definitely love that card. It means a lot to me, and I've always spoke truth, even if it got me into trouble as a child. I've not changed that. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to kind of talk about with truth, love. Your podcast is like ego death, like what is life after that? Essentially, it's asking us to ask
Mm-hmm.
that question.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it was love. My ego death occurred when I lost two close friends in a car accident in 2001, and it created for me a dark night of the soul, and that was
Mm-hmm.
really hard because I was 21 when I
Wow.
lost them. So I was in literally utter darkness in every sense of the word when they passed away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been through grief and loss too, and when you lose someone so close to you, it kind of initiates you into this spiritual journey, and they're intertwined. And I also had an death when that happened, and went through the dark night of the soul when that happened too. And I feel like you just get into this, sadness and despair, and you're really searching for I don't know, meaning in everything and why it happened. And I did need a lot of self-love being poured into me. I needed a lot of that to even build a foundation for this journey to begin.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, it definitely starts in self. I did some research and listened to some of your episodes, and I noticed that a lot of the folks that have called in and like spoken to you, their stories are very similar to mine, where we have, childhoods that aren't the best, and there's a ton of trauma. And with that, it really destroys the sense of self and the identity and the self-love. So
Mm,
probably like them as well, and some of the listeners, I was starting at zero, when it came to self-love when I met Amy and Steve.
wow. I mean, thank you for listening to the episodes, and everyone else. Like, wow, I'm just so honored by that. I just wanted to say that before you continue. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, I wanted to just prepare, and I'm neurodivergency, I'm ADHD, so I have to make sure that I'm like, you know, prepared, and I just wanted to align my energy as well, with yours, and bring the best version of myself that I could for you and your audience.
Wow, that is so intentional and beautiful. Tell us more about your relationship with those people that you lost.
So, Amy and Steve were, uh, like brother and sister to me, basically. They taught me the quote, be the change you want to see in the world, by
Mm-hmm.
Mahatma Gandhi. I was like 21. I didn't know, like, okay, well, what does that mean? But I
Mm-hmm.
learned through their actions. They would thank me for being their friend, thank me for coming to them for advice, or for even talking to them. I never had somebody thank me for my presence. That showed me that I
Mm-hmm.
was worth something, So that was the start
Mm-hmm.
of that seed of love that they planted inside of me.
Oh, they just seem like pure, gentle souls that are earth angels, really.
Yes, they definitely were. And when I met Amy and Steve, I had a ninth grade education. At 21, I had dropped, at that time I was 21 years old, but I had dropped out of school in the ninth grade. And so, education isn't everything. But for me, coming from, a lower socioeconomic status, my mom dropped out. She was a teen mom. Nobody in our family had really graduated and went to college. So that was shameful for me to not have that
Mm.
education. So, as time kind of marched forward, we've talked about being awakened or having a moment that is like a light in the darkness, right? Where we realize
Mm.
something.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized I was letting time go by, after they had passed away, where people in the world didn't know their story, didn't know who they were. And so for me, I was like, Jessica, you're going to get your education as far as you can, and you will use that to be the friend that Amy and Steve were to you, to people that need that friend. And in that way, they will live on. And so that's
Mm.
how, that changed my life. And so I'm not trying to fast forward, but I sit before you now with, I'm a licensed therapist, so I have my master's in social work from ninth grade
Oh my
dropout
gosh.
to that
That's
because,
incredible. Oh my
yes,
gosh. I
thank
mean,
you.
that is so incredible. Wow. And so inspiring to hear what love can do. Wow.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. Yes. It
And you're
wasn't
helping so
easy.
many people.
Yes. They're helping me though. I love people. I mean that with everything that I am. I love people, their stories, their culture. I mean everything. I hang on their words. So for me,
Mm.
sitting with someone, even now, it's like it lights up my soul. This is my destiny to be able to be of
Mm-hmm.
service to people.
I feel that same way too. And I think it's a human condition, right? We all crave connection. And every time, even though I overbook myself to the max for these sessions, every single time I'm in it, I am present with the person. I'm like, man, I love this so much. I love to learn and hear people's stories. And I am awakened further and activated further by hearing what they have to say and just having this really special moment. It's really intimate and it is a soul connection for me. And I really think it is all divinely orchestrated. I think the people in our lives were meant to cross paths, we're meant to meet, we're meant to help each other grow and learn on this earth school and experience and have fun and see where it takes us.
Yes, I truly believe that too. Like every single person is craving connection, but to be seen and heard and loved,
Mm-hmm.
right where they are. I think you had said that
Mm-hmm.
in your description, like essentially it really is what therapists do, is like you meet people right where they are. No changing,
Mm-hmm.
right where they are. You're good enough. I love you, right where you are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did write that, and it comes with so much acceptance and forgiveness, and also just, we meet ourselves where we're at every single day. We're trying to grow every day, at least I hope so. I hope everyone is. But
Yes.
But yeah, and we have to do an energy check with ourselves. Every day we're different, especially with women, because we're on a cycle and our energy levels are going to be different every single day. And that's something that I try to teach the younger generations is do what you can do with what your body is telling you to do, and whatever your body needs, nourish it. And also thank your body too for everything that it does for you, because it is extraordinary. It is amazing that you can be superhuman and you could do so much in a day. A lot happens, especially on the spiritual journey, to people in a day.
Yes. Yes, that's very true. And even like I've noticed too that people are hard on themselves. They feel like I didn't do enough. So I remind them,
Mm-hmm.
hey, you woke up today. And sometimes that is hard, and that's all you need to do. Just be you, be
Mm-hmm.
present. That's hard work.
Yeah, just exist and just be. There doesn't have to be a long list of tasks and whatever for you to feel accomplished or for you to feel like took over the day and overcame the day. Like you just getting through the day by any means necessary is an accomplishment in itself.
Yes, 100%. And that brings me too back to another awakening I had, on this journey of my life, 39 years, around Amy and Steve. So the message of, be the change you want to see in the world, I took that literally and was kind of tough on myself, when I would kind of fail a little bit or not exceed my own goals. But then another light came on in my brain, and I realized I was looking at it in the wrong way. You can change the world by changing someone's world perspective. And was I not the best example of that? My world
Mm-hmm.
perspective was changed because of them. And so I remind people of that too. World perspective. Don't look at it as a macro thing. Bring it back down. Make it small. That's good enough. That's a change. That's going to be big, in the ripple of life, if you will.
Yeah, small baby steps. As long as you're taking these steps, they turn into something big. They really do. That's something that I kind of tell people. It reminds me of this story that I'm just being brought up. I channel, so anyway, that this is what's coming through. So they're telling me. So my friends, they all have hobbies, but they all have like a corporate career or something else, right? And I tell them invest more time in your passions, in your hobbies, because when you start doing a little bit of that, it becomes your whole entire life. Soon your passions will take over and that will be your work, that will be your life's work. And that's what happened to me. And now I'm doing this and I'm like, this is so surreal because I am on my soul's path, living my purpose on my mission. And it was because I took small steps every day towards it. And then it just became my life.
Yes, yes. And you probably could have never have imagined this for yourself, right?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, no. I mean, I didn't expect it to be so successful at all. I sent the signal out. I sent my message out. I was true to myself and my energy was loud and clear. And it really, it reached so many souls. And I am so booked. And what a blessing it is to
Yeah.
have this huge trending yeah, just like it. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it, really.
Yeah, it's surreal because, even as a child, if you think back from that perspective, right? You could have never dreamed this or and thought of that. And sometimes that gets in the way of people. Like they think, well, my past defines me, or I'm not strong enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy
Mm-hmm.
enough. That's where that love comes in. It's like, yes, you are. So you're a great
Mm-hmm.
example of that. Thank you for sharing that story.
That was sweet. You're so sweet. You say thank you. I'm just blushing. Aw, you're so
Oh,
cute.
thanks. I don't know if it's the therapist or if I was always like this, but yeah.
Yeah, you're very supportive and nurturing. It's so sweet.
Thank you so much. I'm also a number 11. Have you gotten into numerology or know anything about that?
You're the second person on the show that is an 11. The guy, Dr. X, he's an 11 and
Okay.
he was so he was talking about spiritual gifts and we were talking about all the clairs, but I'm a 9. So this is my, mastery of self and completion. I'm getting all of my tasks done this lifetime. It really has all happened to me. It's all conspired, really. And I love that. That's also like an angel number for me is 999, and mirrored number is 111, like, just, and yeah, but yeah, it's really interesting. You hear the second one. So 11 is like, is that the master manifester, or which one
Yeah.
is,
And like
okay,
yeah, it's a master number, so it's like I think of it as like a double, or like if you think of the number 11, it's like one foot in this world, right? And you have the other foot in the next world, right? In the heaven or the afterlife. So but it's like communication, but I do it in a different way. Are you okay if I talk a little bit about that?
for sure. I want to know.
Okay. Okay, so let me tell you how I found out about this. It's kind of a cool story. So, I like to do all kinds of different things. So, on my journey of, I was already a therapist, but in 2024, I ran for a local office. I did really great. Didn't win.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, a leader. That's crazy that you did that.
Thank you. I know. I'm like, little me. Yes. Thank you so much. I
Wow.
just, I think I'm just like, I'm just, I don't want to say, yes, it's brave, but it's like, I don't care. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. Like, I'm doing this. Like, it's gonna happen. Like, I'm gonna try
That's
this.
so cool. That's so cool.
Thank you so much. So I ran for an office, but I so happened to go to because I live in Massachusetts right now, but we had my wife and I with our kids lived in Michigan at the time when I ran, and I went to a summit, and the lieutenant governor of Michigan was there. And I was like, I'm going to say something. Now's the time to give speeches. And I'm just going to say something. And number 11s are good at talking for some reason, like speeches or spoken word, and maybe it's channeling. So I get up there, I do that, and then I get invited. That connects me to another thing where I get invited to something that the governor of Michigan is at. I give another speech, it just comes from nowhere. And after I gave the speech, the lady, her name's Cindy Cook, she was like, are you professionally trained in speaking? And I was like, no. And she's like, did you practice that? And I said, no. And she's like, where did that come from? I was like, I'm not sure. And she said this to me, and it still stays with me. And she said, so like you're channeling something? And so in that moment, ever since then, I was like, wait a minute, something is happening, because when I give these speeches or I talk to people and I get chills. I don't know what it is, but I
Mm-hmm.
feel very
Mm-hmm.
connected to them. So I did some research, and for me, what aligned with me was numerology and number 11. But when I think
Mm-hmm.
of myself as a number 11, the way that I describe it is not just speeches or talking, it's I can connect with someone and I can get underneath every single thing that gets in the way of a normal connection with a human being and interaction, like political party or negative core beliefs or anything. I get in that soul almost on a soul level. And they tell
Mm-hmm.
me things that they haven't even told their family. And I don't know what's happening, but it's
Mm-hmm.
magical. And I see them. And that's to
Mm-hmm.
me what an 11 is to me. So sorry for the long story, but I just wanted to tell you the roots of that. It was pretty funny.
That is so incredible. And it's amazing to have that. I feel like it's a spiritual gift. I really do feel like you activated a power. And it's because you already harness it inside of you because of the 11. You're a master number, right? And I think 22 is a master builder. So they're able to, whatever they envision and visualize, they're able to create it in the physical realm, on earth really easily, and the thought becomes physical. And so I think you guys have that extra umph, right? Because when I told him I'm a 9, he's like, oh, you're just a baby. 1 through 9, I mean, come on, that's nothing. And I'm like, okay, because the
Oh,
masters are you. You guys are the masters. And that happens to me where, people will tell me their deepest, darkest secrets, and they're like, oh, I haven't said that to anyone. I'm like, that's okay. It's a healing energy. I really think that it's a presence. and you're able to create you're a safe space, you're a vulnerable space, and they feel safe with you to be able to open up. And like you said, you're able to get down through all those layers and just meet them as a soul.
Yes. Oh, you described that so beautifully. Yes, that's exactly right. Yes. And I come from they're not religious anymore, but my family was religious. So there was always like a taboo about you can't be spiritual or don't use that or you don't have gifts. So I'm still on a journey of deconstructing as far as
Mm-hmm.
like saying, you know what, Jessica, you might actually have some gifts here, girl. Something's going on here. So thank you for that
Mm-hmm.
validation. I truly appreciate that.
Yeah, I was talking to someone else about religion. We all start with a religion based on our family, they teach us, and we all get into religion some immediately as children. And then once you become more spiritual, I think you kind of lose that religion and it becomes something different. But I've listened to this YouTube channel, which I'm going to add it on to this description for everyone to know, because it is the wisdom of the masters. And so what it does is they incorporate all the religious and all the spiritual, all the ancient texts. They talk about everything as a whole. We can learn from everything, and that can help us on our journey. And so it's helped me learn about all religions. It's helped me learn about all traditions and cultures, and finding what I like about it and then leaving the rest and taking the little knowledge, little golden nuggets from every single religion, and implementing it into my life. And that has really helped me identify what I'm feeling. It's nice to have a word attached to what I'm going through. So it is really cool because you can get wisdom from every single person, no matter what age, and no matter how ancient or how modern they are.
Yes. And I like that you're going to list a resource. I think that's wonderful because right now I know a lot of people are struggling and lost and they need something they can sink their teeth into and that can bring them peace. And you're right, wisdom can be found in every person and everything, and even ancient religions or civilizations. The wisdom is there for us to learn from.
And they also have guided meditations and yoga nidras on there. So I put those on to fall asleep too. And that is super nice. It'll help you get into a meditative state before you drift into sleep to have a really peaceful, nice soft way of going down, or for a nap too.
Yes. Yeah, so that brings me to that too. Yes, I actually do some guided meditations as well. I'm a teacher on Insight Timer. I have a few uploads on there, but I also do
How
meditation
cool.
myself. Yeah, it's super relaxing and it teaches us about the importance of the present moment, which a lot of your episodes do. A lot of the speakers were talking about that, but it's true. Being with what is
hmm
so important.
And being neutral too, that has kind of been brought up for me today, is that is the ultimate, is being in a position of neutrality where you accept everything as is and you don't have a bias, whether it's good or bad or right or wrong. It just is.
Yes, that's true. Yes, it just is.
Wow, that flew by. I can't believe it. We're at the end of our session. So if you have any final thoughts to share with the audience, we already covered so many golden nuggets already. But if you have anything else you want to help anybody on their journey, you can say a little phrase.
Yeah, so I just wanted to remind people that no matter where you are as you listen to this, I know that there's so many things that are happening right now that are creating fear, and people are looking for a hero. But I want to remind you that you are your hero, that you are here to heal you and to help yourself because you have everything that you need inside of you already, and you are so powerful. just remember that you are powerful. And that's all.
Wow. I can't even add to that. That was just perfect. All right,
Thank you.
guys, we'll see you on the next episode.
All right. Thank